Well, it seems like, given that the talks have resumed, they must have overcome that hurdle, and that the family has less resistance now than they did before. So it seems as the talks are happening, if in fact they are, that they've overcome that hurdle, and that should be one of the major concerns that has been addressed. There are other things to address as well, because you have the integration of two very large companies. But this merger, as far as a unified approach, has three things going for it. The three A's. The audiences are all adults 25-54 for these networks in the portfolio. The advertisers all are prone to buying a premium brand. Discovery, HGTV, and Food all sell themselves as premium advertising brands at premium CPMs. And then you have the affiliates as well. They all are relatively affiliate friendly in their approach and are not as high priced, for example, as Viacom, which makes you vulnerable to being dropped. So this has some harmony going for it, and maybe something that's going to come about.
Barton, you could argue that this is a strategic merger possibly, but you could also argue that it's a defensive merger, as you know, these companies are getting ready, trying to get some leverage of some kind with the cable systems in a world where skinny bundles are becoming the norm, right?
Right. I mean, the TV industry is getting tougher, and I think we're looking at some kind of Hunger Games coming to TV. You have more consumers going to skinny bundles, decreasing the pie potentially, and you have big parts of the pie, the TV stations, ESPN, asking for big increases in rates, particularly at the TV stations, and ESPN going into a renewal cycle starting in the fourth quarter. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on the independent cable network companies to hold on to their rate, hold on to their place in the skinny bundle. These guys coming together, I think make some sense in that, if they're able to do it, and we don't know, but if they do, you want to be bigger, you want to have more bulk to kind of fight this Hunger Games battle, which, I think is one of the rationales for looking at this.
John, meantime, I think John Malone owns something like 28% of Discovery. What do you think he has in mind here?
Well, John is always literally the smartest man in any room. He's an incredibly strategic thinker, and he's always playing chess while the rest of us are playing checkers. My guess is he's looking at this as the beginning of something bigger, perhaps involving his Liberty properties, maybe Charter Communications, on the distribution side, and maybe the Lionsgate Stars combo that he put together a few months ago. So I think you want to look at this as a long game and one of the early moves in John Malone's chess match, because he does think way ahead. He's also notoriously tax averse, so anything that happens out of this combo will not result in a large capital gain for Discovery Communications if the past is any guide.
And Barton, does this lead to other mergers in this category? There was talk that Viacom is also interested in Scripps. Where are we going here, do you think?
Well, look, I think that it makes more sense for a Scripps and Discovery to come together than a Scripps and Viacom. One of the reasons is that Scripps is trying to expand internationally, and that's one of Discovery's strengths. I think that John Malone, to John's point, has spoken about combinations of free radicals. So to think that there could be some snowballing consolidation push through this entity to look at the others that he named makes sense. I think generally TV network companies need to look at a consolidation stage. I think that this is a maturing industry with pressures. Scale helps handle some of these pressures. So I think generally M&A is going to be one of the investable themes in this group.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.